So this one time I was doing this show in the city and my boy, he flew up. A lot of times when I do shows in certain cities, my guys, they fly themselves in town and come hang out with me. And my boy, he wanted to come to this particular city because of this girl he was in love with that he was talking to back and forth and they were seeing each other and he wanted to come see her as well. So, I tell him when he land, you know, uh, let's go get something to eat. But he had landed so late. By the time he got to the hotel, I was like, dude, we might as well just order some room service or whatever. And I was like, just come up to my room after you get your room. He was like, cool. And he was with old girl. She picked him up from the airport and brought him to the hotel, or whatever. So she had a little overnight bag, and I knew she was gonna be chilling, with him. So they come up to my room. We ordered room service. We in there talking, kicking it. They on each other left and right because they ain't been around each other. So he like, yo, I'm going to the room. I'm like, as you should. And so they go in the room and they go kick it. So then the next day, I go do press, and after that we go to lunch. And I tell him, I'm like, yo, I asked him, I was like, what's up with old girl? And he was like, oh man, she just chilling, man. We gonna hook up later on tonight. She hanging out with a girl today, and yeah, I'm gonna call her like after the show. I was like, cool. He was like, she left her shoes in my room. No, I'm gonna have to let her know that she left her shoes. I was like, okay, cool. So later on that night, we at the show, and I hear him on the phone, and he like, nah. He was like, I'm just gonna send somebody up to go get him. He was like, what's wrong with you? And so he was like, anyway, he hung up. He was like, yeah, old girl was trying to go upstairs and get her shoes. And I'm like, no, I'm just gonna send, one of the hotel people up to go get them. And he was like, she sounded like she had a little attitude or something. And I was like, oh, that's weird. He was like, yeah, that was super weird. I was like, okay, well, anyway. So we do the show. After I was done, he hit her up, and she wasn't answering. So he kept hitting her like, yo, what's up? What's going on? What's going on? And she wasn't answering. And he was like, dang, she must be upset over me not letting her go up and get her shoes. And I was like, that's weird as hell. I was like, anyway, whatever. And so it was about 3 in the morning, man. Me and him, we come back to the room. And he come to my room, we sitting in there. He kept calling on girl. Girl was not answering. Like, dang. He was like, she must be still out with her girl or whatever. And I was just like, I don't know. So we sit up in the room. We like, man, we should get something to eat because we ain't ate since earlier. And so room service was closed. And so we was like, man, we should go somewhere and go get something to eat. So we leave out my room, go down the hallway, go into the elevator, and I left my wallet, my phone, which is also my wallet. I left it all on my bed, and I told him, I said, hold on, let me go get my wallet real quick. So I go back to my room, and I go get my wallet. I come back, he on his phone, texting. I guess he was texting no girl or whatever. So go press the elevator button. We both on our phones and whatever, waiting on the elevator to come up. The elevator door open, and this old girl with her overnight bag. And so I'm looking like, and it's 3 in the morning. Oh, I'm like, damn, I'm thinking to myself, damn, he must have told her to meet him here. And she looked like she saw a ghost. And he looking at her, and he said to her, he like, yo, what you doing? Where you been? I've been hitting you all day. What are you doing? Right behind her, this dude got off the elevator. He was on the phone, and he looked. And he was on the phone, like he didn't even hear what my guy was saying. And when he got out the elevator, he looked at my dude, then he looked at me, and dude was like, yo, you old dude, you old boy from that TV show, right? I was like, yeah. And I'm looking like, wait a minute, what the hell is going on? He was like, yo, dude, can I get a picture with you? And I'm like froze, and my boy, he froze too, like, what? And he like, yo, let me get a picture. He like, baby, yo, dude, funny as hell. You ever see him on that TV show? And she was just standing there holding her bag, and she was just quiet, just chilling. And my boy looking like, what? And I'm like, and me and dude, we took the picture, and he was like, yo, man, I'm gonna tell everybody I seen you, man. Yo, man, keep doing it, man. You funny as hell, man. I was like, thanks, man. And my boy standing there with his mouth wide open, arms open, looking at old girl like, what? and the entire F is going on. And he just staring at her, and she just like, he was like, yo, come on, baby, let's go. And they walked off, and my boy was standing there, and he looked like he was about to snap, and I grabbed him and threw him on the elevator, and I was just like, yo, what the fuck was that, man? I had to curse on that one. I was like, yo, my boy was just standing there with his mouth open. And we went downstairs, and I just was like, yo, she's so foul. Not only did she come to the same hotel with another dude, she came to the same floor. I was like, yo, you can't write this. And so the hotel manager, the night manager, he heard us, like, he heard me laugh and my boy walking with his hand on his head in disbelief. And I'm busting up, yo. And I'm like, I'm tripping. I feel sad for my boy too, but I can't stop laughing. And so the hotel manager was like, yo, what y'all laughing at? And so I told him what was up. And the hotel manager was like, yo, you know what? I seen her with that dude. And I was like, wait a minute. That's old girl who was trying to get the shoes earlier out of another dude's room. And then she came in here with another guy. He was like, I was wondering what was going on. I'm like, yo, dude, that is so bogus. And my boy is standing there, ain't said a word, mouth wide open. And then he texted her and he was like, are you kidding me? And then she texted him back and she was like, look, dude, you don't live here. And I told you I had a friend coming in town. And I told you I had to be with him. And he said, yo, you said it was a girl. She was like, I ain't say it was anybody. I just said it was a friend of mine that was coming in town. I told you that. She said, I told you before you was even coming. She was like, I can't just be sitting around waiting on you like that. She was like, yo, and that's a friend of mine. That's just a friend. We just friends. I'm like, yo, what do you mean you just friends? You got the same overnight bag that you had the other day. Quit playing. And he was just like, yo, dude, don't ever call me again. And she was like, if you want to act like that, fine, cool. And then hung up. And then she was done texting and he was done texting. And he was so devastated. He changed his ticket right there on the spot, caught the first flight out. I was like, yo, that's crazy. Wow.